Welcome, everyone, to this deep dive. Today, we're tackling something I think many of us wrestle with, that concept of someday.
Ah, yes, someday. That magical time in the future when we'll finally write that book, start that business, learn that skill.
Exactly. We all seem to have this list of things parked for someday. So, our mission today is really to pull that idea apart.
To understand why it's so appealing, but also what impact it actually has on achieving the things we say we want.
We'll be looking at some reflections on the psychology behind it, the practical side of delaying things.
It's fascinating, really. Someday feels so hopeful, doesn't it? Like a future where anything is possible, where the usual constraints just melt away.
It does. Dreams seem easier when they're not attached to, well, today.
But that's the core problem, isn't it? Someday isn't actually on the calendar. It's indefinite.
And that indefiniteness, that vagueness, is what allows inaction to creep in, or maybe rush in.
It's true. But why is it so attractive? Psychologically, putting something off until someday offers this immediate sense of relief.
Relief from what, exactly?
From the pressure of having to do it now, relief from the fear, perhaps, of not doing it well enough, fear of failure.
Or even fear of judgment, or sometimes maybe even the fear of what success might bring. New responsibilities, changes.
All of those, potentially. It acts as a sort of buffer zone, a coping mechanism.
But as you said, it's an illusion because someday never actually arrives. We keep pushing it further away.
Which brings to mind that quote from Abraham Lincoln. Something about responsibility.
You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. It really hits the nail on the head, doesn't it?
It does. It captures that self-deception perfectly. Pushing it to someday doesn't make the task disappear. Often just makes it harder later on.
And there are hidden costs too, aren't there? It's not just about the lost time.
Absolutely. There's this mental energy we expend just thinking about the things we're putting off, the constant low-level hum of undone tasks.
Decision fatigue. That feeling of being drained just by contemplating action.
Exactly that. All that mental juggling, should I start now? What if I wait? It uses up cognitive resources we could be using for actually doing the work.
And then there's the opportunity cost. While we're waiting for this perfect someday, maybe the chance passes us by.
Precisely. Doors might close, circumstances shift, the potential gains might diminish. The cost of waiting is often far higher than we realize at the moment.
So how do we break free from this? How do we shift from dreaming about someday to actually acting, well, today?
The first step really is clarity, getting brutally honest about your priorities.
So not just a vague wish list, but what truly matters, what aligns with your core values, your long-term vision.
Yes, and then from that clarity, identifying just one thing, one small action you can take right now, today, that moves you slightly closer to one of those priorities.
I like that. It combats the overwhelm. Big goals can feel paralyzing, which makes someday look very inviting.
Breaking it down into micro actions is key. Tiny, manageable steps.
Like if you want to write a book, maybe today's action is just writing one paragraph, or even just outlining the first chapter.
Or for fitness, maybe it's not running a marathon tomorrow, but just putting on your shoes and walking for 5 minutes today.
These small wins build momentum, don't they? They make the larger goal feel less daunting.
They absolutely do. But you also need structure. Alongside micro actions, setting actual non-negotiable deadlines is critical.
So turning those vague intentions into concrete commitments. Putting someday onto the actual calendar.
That's the idea. Deadlines create urgency. They provide a framework. Without them, even the best intentions can just drift indefinitely.
What about perfectionism? That feels like a big reason people hide behind someday. Waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan.
Oh, definitely. Perfectionism is often just procrastination in disguise. The desire to get it absolutely right before starting can mean you never actually start.
So it's about embracing progress over perfection, accepting that the first draft or the first attempt won't be flawless, but it's better than nothing.
Far better. Action, even imperfect action, moves you forward. Waiting for unattainable perfection leads only to stagnation.
And taking that first step, even a small one, can sometimes trigger unexpected things, right? A sort of domino effect.
Yes, absolutely. You take one small action, and it can open doors you didn't even know were there.
Like reaching out to someone who becomes a mentor, or starting a small project that reveals a passion you didn't realize you had.
Exactly. Action creates ripples. It generates feedback, opportunities, connections that simply wouldn't happen if you remain passive, waiting for someday.
It reminds me of that Picasso quote.
Action is the foundational key to all success.
That's the one. It emphasizes that success isn't something you just wait for. It's something you actively build, step by step.
The momentum from taking action is powerful. It often fuels further action. Possibilities emerge that were invisible before.
To really break free, though, it seems we need to dig a bit deeper, ask ourselves why someday holds such power over us personally.
Some honest self-reflection is usually needed. Am I putting this off because I'm genuinely afraid of failing?
Or maybe unsure about what I truly want. Or perhaps just feeling completely overwhelmed by everything life throws at us.
Identifying those underlying reasons, those anxieties or uncertainties, is crucial for dismantling the appeal of procrastination.
There's also an interesting link, isn't there, between procrastination and how we see ourselves, our identity.
Yes, some research suggests we might subconsciously avoid tasks that challenge our self-perception.
How so? Can you give an example?
Well, if someone deeply believes they aren't a creative person, they might consistently put off trying anything artistic. Starting that painting, writing that poem, it stays firmly in someday territory.
Because actually doing it might challenge that core belief, or worse, confirm it in their eyes if they don't immediately succeed.
Precisely. So confronting those limiting beliefs about ourselves, I'm not disciplined, I'm not good with numbers, I'm not creative, can actually reduce the need to procrastinate on related tasks.
That's a powerful insight. And the language we use matters too, doesn't it? Shifting our internal narrative.
Hugely. Moving from a passive statement like, I'll do it someday, to an active commitment like, I will start this today, is more than just semantics.
It signals a change in mindset, a shift towards agency.
Absolutely. Our words shape our reality and our intention. That deliberate shift in language can be a surprisingly effective catalyst.
And maybe even small lifestyle changes can help reinforce this action-oriented mindset, things that seem unrelated.
They definitely can. Practices like mindfulness, for instance. Being more present helps us appreciate the value of now versus some hazy future.
Journaling too, perhaps, to clarify thoughts, track those small actions, reflect on progress.
Journaling is excellent for that. And even who we surround ourselves with. Being around people who are proactive, who take action, can be incredibly inspiring and motivating.
It normalizes taking initiative rather than delaying.
Ultimately, it comes back to recognizing that time is, well, it's finite. It's our most precious, non-renewable resource.
Every moment we spend waiting for someday is a moment, an opportunity that's gone forever.
So instead of getting lost in the illusion of a perfect future moment, the real power lies in engaging fully with the present.
As the saying goes, the best time to start was yesterday.
But the second best time is right now.
So, thinking about all this, the challenge to everyone listening is, what's one specific thing, one concrete action you will take today to replace something you've mentally filed under someday?
Remember, the calendar has today, tomorrow, next week. It doesn't have a page for someday. That space is yours to fill right now.
And perhaps reflect on this. What might be the ripple effect of taking that single small step today? How could it fundamentally alter the path towards those bigger aspirations, maybe in ways you can't even predict yet?
Consider the immediate impact of choosing action now, moving yourself out of that waiting room of someday and into the arena of actual progress.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Deep Thoughts Podcast. I hope you found insights and inspiration to take with you on your journey of self-growth. If you enjoyed the show, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. And don't forget to follow us on social media to stay updated on new releases and exclusive content. See you next time, where we'll continue to help you grow and explore your full potential.